Hey Glass Gang, thanks for tuning in. I have an exciting upload for you guys today. It is a GHOUL Heavy Gunner Infinite VATS build that can solo the Snake Ultrasight Terror raid boss in 1 minute. That's right, you can solo the boss in VATS infinitely with this Heavy Gunner build. But before we get into that, make sure you hit like and subscribe so you never miss an upload, and turn on bell notifications so you get notified when I upload. We're gonna start by taking a look at the build in action against the Ultrasight Terror, and then after that I'll go through the full build breakdown, talking about the weapon, armor, and special perk loadout in that order. I also left timestamps in the description if you want to skip to a part or rewatch a certain part. Check the description for chapter links. As you can see, this build is very good at staying in VATS with very low requirements. You'll only need about 1 coffee or 1 slime cake to overcome any server response delay and misses in VATS that contribute to your AP return. And that's largely thanks to the low AP cost of the weapon that we're using. The minigun has a very low AP cost of only 5 with this setup. It has the Furious, Vital, VATS optimized Conductor's legendary mods with the standard barrel, gunner sight, and no nozzle. This gives it a low AP cost of only 5, meaning it can stay in VATS pretty easily with just limit breaking mods and conductors. This is the armor set we're using. It has the Troubleshooters, +2 luck, through hikers, limit breaking legendary mods. It is a Vulcan power armor set, but you could also use Union if you wanted to. Alternatively, if you're not going to use Troubleshooters, if you don't want to use this at ENO 6, you can use Vanguards or Aristocrats for your first star mod. That'll be a great alternative. We just run Troubleshooters because we find that we're plenty tanky enough at the Snake to just stim through a lot of the damage and not have to worry about the first star mod really doing anything for us. And we find we need it more at ENO 6. Getting that Troubleshooters -15% damage on robots per piece is a huge advantage and a massive damage reduction from robots. One notable mention is I do have the medic pump on chest. However, it's not really necessary. If you're in third person, you can spam stim packs and overcome a lot of damage that way. So if you don't want to, you don't have to. Helmet. The VATS Matrix Overlay gives us +10% VATS accuracy. These are the points you'll need to invest in the build. 13 Strength, 10 Perception, 4 Endurance, 3 Charisma, 7 Intelligence, 8 Agility, and 11 Luck. Under Strength we have Bringing the Big Guns, Easy Target, Bullet Storm, Lock and Load, and Brick Wall. Under Perception, Number Cruncher, Downranger, Tank Killer, Concentrated Fire, Eye of the Hunter, and Center Masochist. And I know I'm going to get some people questioning that I have Tank Killer on here saying it only works with small guns because it's been that way since the start of the game. But in the recent update that we just got on September 2, it was changed to deal your ranged weapons ignore 40% armor, and that works with any weapon now. As we don't have our armor penetration through stabilized anymore under endurance, we have to get it through Tank Killer. 1-star Eye of the Hunter and Center Masochist. In endurance we have Life Giver, Starch Jeans, Chem Diet, Glowing Gut, Ironclad, and Adamantium Skeleton. However, if you feel like you're going to be using this at ENO6 as well, then you can just unequip these two here and equip Bullet Shield so that you can do ENO6 also and get that deflect damage to take down the shield. In Charisma we have Strange in Numbers, Tenderizer, and United Ordeal. Intelligence we have Field Surgeon, Stabilized. As you can see, we no longer have armor penetration through Stabilized. It only gives us big guns gain 30% accuracy, double in power armor. This affects your VATS and is very important for a heavy gunner VATS build. Batteries included. Rad Specialist. In Agility we have Gunslinger, Gunslinger Expert, Gorilla, Gorilla Master, Pack-in-Light, Gun Fu, and this is for when we're out doing other events and whatever, and you can swap targets on kill with this. It's just a 1-star card, so if there's anything else you'd like to do with that, feel free to. Faulty Spots. This is very important. It gives us weak point damage increased by 15%, and if you didn't know, the weak spot modifier is the best damage modifier that there is, so by giving this a direct bonus, it does a lot of damage. One Gun Army, Class Freak, 4-Leaf Clover, Better Criticals, and Critical Savvy. If you wanted to, if you have the mutations that you can pop mutations hourly, I would substitute this one for either Grim Reaper's Sprint if you're going to be using this for events, or Wild West Hands. This way, when you run out of ammo, you have a 36% chance to instantly reload your entire magazine when empty. But since I don't have all the mutations recipes to craft them, I'm going to run Class Freak with this build. Legendary perk cards. We have Legendary Luck, Legendary Perception, Legendary Endurance, Legendary Agility, Legendary Taking One for the team. And this one's a 3-rank Charisma, but I will eventually put more points into it and make it a full rank Charisma. These are my mutations. I have Adrenal Reaction, Bird Bones, Eagle Eyes, Egghead, Herbivore, Herd Mentality, Marsupial Scaly Skin, and Speed Demon Serum. These are the optional buffs we're using with the build. We're using Overdrive for 30% more critical damage, Black-Eyed Susan Soothin for 20% more damage, and Blight Soup for 100% more crit damage. It actually gives you 125% more crit damage if you have teammates that are mutated on your team with the Strange in Numbers perk. Let me know if you have any questions about the build in the comment section below, and myself or the Orange Cowboy will answer you. I'm Miss Glass, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. GG!